Essex take their semi-final challenge in this season's Yorkshire Bank 40 down to their last group game on Monday after they comprehensively defeated a weakened Derbyshire by 107 runs in front of a good crowd in Colchester. Put in, Essex looked to their new boy Gautam Gambhir to get them off to a cracking start. Instead, he and Mark Bettini had made only 33 runs in the first 8 overs of power play before the Indian star flicked Tony Palladino to Chesney Hughes at mid-wicket after making 21 of those runs. Ravi Bopara warmed up for the forthcoming one-day series with Australia by striking the first 6 of the match in the 13th over. But he lost Bettini for 23 when he was brilliantly caught off his own bowling by the former Essex man Palladino. He deserved to enjoy that moment. The Eagles began this match 4 points behind group leaders Hampshire, and nothing more than a win here would do. They will still need other results to go their way on Monday afternoon, but Bopara was at least making sure that this game in hand was going to be a good one for his team. He reached his timely half-century off his 58th ball as his side got to 120 for 2 at the end of 25 overs. Bopara had struck 4 fours and 1 6 in that, but now had the chance to really go for his shots. And that's just what he did as he went after Wes Durston in particular, taking his partnership with Greg Smith to an important 80, which was made in 13 overs, Smith's contribution to that being 30. He then slogged Alistair Evans out to Alex Hughes, with Essex now on 146 for 3, with 11.5 overs of their innings remaining. Bopara was by now looking in tremendous touch. This was his third 6 as he took his score to a runner ball 88. He and the dangerous Ryan Tenduscarter were then out in 2 successive overs from Alex Hughes. On 11, Tenduscarter found Billy Godleman in the deep, while Bopara was legged before, meaning that his side had a score of 188 for 5 on the scoreboard with only 5 overs to go. They would have wanted many more than that, and so would have been delighted to have the likes of James Foster and Graham Napier at the crease to finish the innings off. Foster played an important role, picking out the gaps to find crucial boundaries. He took 17 runs off the 37th over, while that was matched by Napier in the next one as he began to do what he's best known for with the bat in his hand. He cleared the rope twice in quick succession to give his side the momentum going into the mid-innings break. Napier did fall towards the end for 23 off 10, while Foster was out to the last delivery for a 24 ball 41, as Essex did really well to post a challenging total of 259 for 7 from their 40 overs. The Falcons then lost both openers early, including acting captain Durston, who top-edged Timal Mills to Napier at long leg. Mills also did for Chesney Hughes with only 16 runs scored before the New England Lion bowled with some hostility, making life a little uncomfortable for his former Essex teammate Godleman. Derbyshire's young team were out of it pretty much when Tim Phillips had Paul Borrington caught by Smith at long on, and even more so as Scott Elston, who's played mostly for the Unicorns in this season's competition, was yorked by Reece Topley. Richard Johnson followed to leave the visitors on 52 for 5 in over number 13, but at least Godleman was able to impress against his former employers. He completed his own 50 off 60 balls as the target was taken down to 135, but only off the final 15 overs. By then, Derbyshire had lost their 6th wicket too, as Alex Hughes was bowled by Tenduscarter for a sprightly 28. The last 4 wickets fell quickly. David Wainwright clipped Topley low down to Bopara. Godleman, having made it to 60, was bowled by Topley as he went too far across his stumps. And Topley finished with the impressive figures again of 4 for 26, as he also had Tom Knight taken by Bopara in the covers. The match was then finished off at the start of the 32nd over as Palladino chipped Napier to Mills. Derbyshire were all out for just 152, their last 4 wickets falling for 11 runs in 3 overs. That gave Essex a big win by 107 runs, and they now head to Manchester to take on Lancashire, the side immediately above them in the group table. The Eagles need to win that and hope that leaders Hampshire lose in Derby. If that happens, Essex will win the group. Otherwise, they will have to hope that a win is enough for them to take the one best runners-up spot.